could possibly sound more appetizing than starting your day out with 2 cups of barium and ending it with a shot of magnesium? Sounds pretty good, right? Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about my personal experience of having a small bowel follow through, also known as a barium swallow. So obviously this is going to be a TMI video, so if you do not like those, then please click off of the video. But if this is something that you are going through or someone that you know is going through, please share it with them because it may be very helpful. While it is very hard for me to share these kinds of things, seeing how well these types of videos are doing on my channel as far as how much it is helping you guys, it really encourages me to share more, because I want you guys to remember that no matter how bad some days seem, you are never alone. So for those of you who maybe do not know, I have some health issues, nothing super major, but mostly just things with digestion. I've been having issues since I was 15 years old, and I was diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome. So I initially started cutting out certain foods, stopped drinking certain things, I would eat slower, and I would also have smaller meals. That also led to me starting to take peppermint oil, which is an herbal supplement over the counter. I saw really good results with that. Still didn't make it go away, but at least helped prevent it from flaring up as much. And then I eventually found ketones, which has literally taken away all of my symptoms since I started taking it. I went for a yearly follow-up appointment in December 2016. So I do see my gastroenterologist about once a year, more if for some reason something flares up or I have any other sort of issue. So when I went into my appointment, I was actually due for my next colonoscopy just because they had told me that I was due for one every 5 years. And I really did not want to have another one done, so instead I discussed with my doctor about having some other tests done instead. And after reviewing my chart, she realized that there's still some tests that we had not done yet, so she wanted to perform those first. And if for some reason she still felt that it was super necessary for me to have the colonoscopy, then we would proceed further with it. So one of those things being the Barium Swallow or the small bowel follow through. So if you do not know what this is, let me explain. A small bowel follow-through is an X-ray exam of your stomach and the upper section of the small intestine. To be able to see these structures on an X-ray, they must be outlined with barium. Barium is a liquid that is swallowed and appears white on an X-ray. So, like a lot of tests, you cannot eat or drink anything after midnight the day before you have the test done. So before you're able to have your X-rays done, you have to go into your room and drink your 2 cups of barium. So the barium really didn't look so bad. I didn't really know what to expect because I didn't Google anything before I went into the procedure, but it reminded me of like a mixture of milk and cottage cheese. And honestly, like looking at it, the first thing I thought of was like Elmer's glue. So that's an idea of what the barium kind of looks like. So with that being said, I took my first cup and I chugged almost the whole thing in one swallow. And honestly, it wasn't horrible. It tasted like a flat grape soda. And I don't drink soda, and I like grapes, but it was so thick. Like, I'm a very big texture person. I am super weird about consistencies and textures when it comes to food and drinks. And I can't think of anything that I've possibly drank in my entire life that was thicker than this. Like, it was very hard to swallow. It didn't taste super bad, but it was very, very hard to swallow just because of how thick it was. So compared to the prep for a colonoscopy, this was nothing. But the more that I drank it, the more I started to gag and the harder that it got just because it was so thick. So I think I drank both of the cups within like 15 to 20 minutes, which I think if I remember right, you had to drink it within a certain time frame. So I was trying to go quick, but I was also like trying not to throw up everywhere. So after I got the barium down, they put me back out in the waiting room and they had to come examine me every 15 minutes because they had to take an X-ray to track where the barium was. So for the first 2 hours, I was going in for an X-ray about every 15 minutes to track it. And then after the first 2 hours, it was about every half hour. So finally, when it was near the end of my digestive tract, they were able to bring the doctor in to get my final X-ray, which was only about a minute. So of course this is going to vary from person to person as far as how long you're going to be there for. I personally was there for about 4 hours. So afterwards, I just remember feeling really, really gross. I feel like I smelled very metallic-y. I feel like I smelled like barium. I felt very nauseous and I was not hungry. I did not want to eat at all, even though it had been over 17 hours since the last time I ate. And the best part was it wasn't even over. So after I was getting discharged, they gave me a cup of milk of magnesium to drink after dinner to get the rest of the barium out of my digestive tract. And just an FYI, make sure that you know that you're going to be home for a while after you take it because it is a laxative. So overall, it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, compared to the tests that I had done, it's really not that bad. You just have to be prepared for being there for a long period of time, being able to drink the cups of barium, and then also being prepared to take the laxative afterwards. So that is my personal experience of having this procedure done. This was back in December of 2016. If you guys have ever had this procedure done, please let me know in the comments. Share your experience if you think it might be helpful for someone else. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos. Don't forget to like the video if you did. And I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!